What's up, Alfredo? How you doing today?
Oh, good, Daniel. Thank you for having me. How's it
Uh,
going over there, man?
it's going pretty well. Apologize for the lighting. I can't get my lighting right, but we'll get through this. So what we're going to talk about today is restarting our content on both sides. Like why are you going to start making content? Why I'm going to continue making or restart making my content as well. We'll discuss a little bit about real estate, and we'll talk about redeveloping areas, specifically like remodeling one home at a time and helping fixing these little neighborhoods up. So I know that you're kind of the king of content. You went to school for this kind of stuff. You still teach kids to this date on how to develop content, how to become creators and such. What have you been learning lately as far as like making content?
Okay, first I want to say thanks for having me on the show, Daniel. I feel very privileged.
Yes, sir.
For a whole year, I've been waiting in line to be on your podcast. So thanks again. It's changing my life. But now mainly, I've been in media for a while, both in the education side and um, some background in Hollywood and Dallas. Um, I call it. So, but yeah, content's big. I think we're trying to bring it back to the creating side because a lot of people now are just like looking at people that are in New Jersey, New York, LA, which is fine, but sometimes we forget that we have very knowledgeable people here in our communities, um, and everything in our fitness, because we all need fitness. In 2020, it's just been a crazy year where like I think fitness is one thing that brought me back to my sanity. 'Cause I think I probably lost it a few times.
That's fine.
Um, but the fitness
That's
community,
fine though.
yeah, but the fitness community, you with the real estate stuff, it's like it never changes. I mean, it never stops. I've dealt with real estate stuff. Our community is always going through some kind of change. Um, things are happening. People moving from California, like all these things are happening, whether we want to be part of it or not. Like we're part of that. So I'm bringing the content to kind of what's happening in our community, new restaurants, marketing, our services, or if somebody has talent, just kind of bringing it back to the community because I think we get lost on being we follow people that we don't always personally know. We're promoting people we don't always know, or they may not promote us. So I just want to, have everyone count, especially in our communities here in Dallas and surrounding Dallas communities.
Hmm. And our economy right now, you kind of have to be your own cheerleader in a way to develop a path and to teach your friends and family and people that follow you what you do. You have to be creative and be attractive in what you do in order to gain the following. And that's what everybody's hunting for, is like to gain a organic following, especially on Instagram. It's really popular over there. My problem is I don't stay consistent. Like I'll go hard for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then something comes up and I get busy or something, and then I won't make a video for a month or two, three. So that's my problem. I got to restart my content creation. I bought all the hardware, microphones, cameras, gimbals, all this kind of stuff, and I just got to get out there and make some cool videos. It's really not hard to take out a little bit of time to make that video that's gonna help get your message out there.
Yeah, I think consistency is big for sure in anything that you're doing, especially in whatever your passions are. Like if your
Mm-hmm.
work, family, all these things, we have to be consistent. Like we can't, is that the ever living, trying to balance,
Mm-hmm.
things out. But I think what we have to pay attention to right now, Daniel, is the how are people listening? People are not listening the way they used to. Now, a lot of information, like we already know, is based on online, Google, Instagram. People base a lot of things in their daily lives based on what they hear. So even though that's not how we have always communicated, it's kind of changing where right now at this time we need to communicate this way. so people can like pay attention,
Mhm.
or so we can count in today's
Mhm.
trends of communication.
And that's the way you create some kind of attractiveness, like something that's interesting, interesting story or interesting projects or whatever you're working on with the content. You have to just be thorough and strategic in what you're making and what you're talking about. Of course, at the end of the day, you have to be, a nice person, and the content has to be enjoyable to watch. Add
Yeah,
some
what's
comedy in
happening
here
here?
and there.
Yeah, comedy is good. But I think what's happening here is that someone may not be as good as you or me or stuff like that, but sometimes because they post so much is what it looks like.
Hmm.
So what it looks like is that's what we're all falling into that. Not just us, but everyone follows that. What does it look like? Oh, well, they're always online. They have all these followers.
Hmm.
So in the people's brains today, it's kind of like, so a lot of that equals like they probably do know what they're talking about. And then sometimes they take that information and they're like, they apply it to their lives like it's, it's a reality. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's a fabricated, reality. And at some point we
Hmm.
gotta, kind of really bring like what is, like to say the organic, like what is true,
Hmm.
what is really happening in the life of somebody, in DeSoto
Hmm.
or in Lancaster or
Hmm.
in Oak Cliff. That's my hood, right?
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, so consistency is good. So, what do you think you want to start doing in reference to your real estate deals or projects? Like, how would you like to communicate better to the people?
I've always enjoyed making my little sneak preview videos of really cool homes around my area, whether it be down in Ellis County or southern Dallas County, any city within that area, and uh, I was doing it for like 2 or 3, 4 weeks, and then I kind of hit a snag on people because you most of these houses I do videos at their other listing agents properties for sale. And a lot of them don't want you to make a video at their property. They're like, well, why? Or I'm gonna have to approve the content before you put it out. So that kind of that kind of made me not want to do it anymore. But that's just an excuse. I
Hey,
got to keep going with it.
I think it's one of those, man, that like unless you're not, as long as you're not violating, like you're not looking into like their personal like
Mm,
rooms and stuff. I think on a general sense from the outside, I think you should just post it because that's kind of your
mm-hmm,
strategy. And then after, like if someone really says something, then I would like, oh, hey, I didn't know that you didn't like that, but okay, I'll take it down. Or
yeah,
but you can't let one person's view affect, the way your strategy. Because somebody may be like, yeah, put it out there. I want to sell it now.
exactly. That
Somebody may
should
want
be
you to
the
put
right
it
opinion. That should be the right opinion. I
right.
think. Heck yeah, put my listing out there. And get eyeballs on the house. Why not, right? Or
Right.
most people are going to be that way, but some are more like, nah, let me approve it before you put it out. And then us creators, we don't want anybody else's stamp on our work. I guess maybe it's just me though.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think we have to see that sometimes, like, maybe they haven't done this a lot of times, so they're not as like accepting to like, oh yeah, that sounds good, but
Hmm.
sometimes people, so don't let the fact that they're not used to that affect your style,
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's just one, out of, say, one out of 100 or two out of a
Hmm.
hundred, you're not gonna let that 2%, affect the way you do your thing.
So what I like to do with my style, I like to do like the 1 to 2 minute short films. But what do you think about using the stories? Like I'm still not a big believer in stories, but I just see everybody else using it. So what's your opinion on the
Give me
stories?
give me an example, like a story of how.
Oh, like the Instagram stories where you have the little circles on the top of the app where each person posts like the little short videos up top, and it's on Facebook, Instagram. I think even Twitter has that feature now.
I got you. I think it's fine. I think just keep it short,
Hmm.
unless it's really good. But just it's the same thing. Like if we always see something on your story, um, you know, then we know it's like we're going back to the same thing. Oh, he always puts something on there. Let me look at it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so
I mean,
that just
I just,
I think that's just one piece of like 10 pieces you can do.
mhm. I actually just
So
did a
yeah, just
story. I mean, I'm practicing with it, and I just did one, and I got a response. And they're like, "Where is this house at?" So that's kind of cool. You know,
yeah.
getting feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, because now it's like I think the way things are now is you got to think bigger. Like Facebook's one, Instagram's another, YouTube's another, and you got to like pump them out and then kind of look at that. Like, okay, so after pumping all these things out there, which one's giving me more, like more response?
Hmm.
So which one's actually worth me uh, uh, using an hour of my time now? Now I know
Hmm.
I don't need to invest 30 minutes over there, and I'm just going to invest 30 minutes over here, or
Hmm.
and then you just kind of keep adjusting, to what works
Man,
best for you.
you got to stay adjusting, right? And speaking of adjustments, I'm getting back into remodeling. And shout out to David Cervantes. He brought me on, and we're working on creating a new plan, a new model for remodeling homes, flipping homes, and he focuses mainly like in the Oak Cliff area. So I'm up here with him, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm still hustling in the real estate world, selling houses. I'm going to be showing some houses this evening, uh, but I just
Are
feel
you gonna
like
buy your clients coffee, Daniel? Are you buying your clients coffee tonight?
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think so because we're kind of in a rush because they both get off really late and it's going to be dark already. So we're going to try to get to
Well,
the house.
because they're in a hurry, Daniel, and you're such a great
Hmm.
realtor, so they don't have to go and rush to get one. You're gonna show up with coffee like this, and hey guys, look, I know you're in a hurry, but look, I got you. Here
You
we
know
go.
what?
Come
I
with
might
me.
bring a
Let's go
cooler.
check out this property.
Yeah, I might bring a cooler with some topos instead. Some
Okay.
like
All right. Well, we put some. You could do that.
bubbly water. How about that?
Why not both?
We
Why not both?
can do it.
But
Yeah, we might have to go
but
to a
that sounds.
coffee shop afterwards to do an offer. What do you think about that idea?
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's
Some good dessert, and then
and
the weather and the coffee.
yeah,
So you got to
yeah.
set that mood. You know what I mean? And then like, you know what? Let's go look at that property. Hey, you know what? Let's go look at that other one. And then yeah. But anyway, but I was gonna say it's kind of cool what's happening. I wanted to point out that like Oak Cliff has changed a lot since I used to live in Oak Cliff,
Hmm.
but like now it's both. Like we saw a lot of the commercial side growing, and then now it's like the residential's trying to keep up too.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
so especially like on was it West
Yeah.
Davis, Bishop.
It's wild.
It just like I went to Bishop like maybe 2 months ago, and it's kind of like it's like it always goes. It kind of looks like Greenville Avenue. It looks like
Hmm.
it's like the same.
Hmm.
Like good working coffee shops, good restaurants, good. They
Hmm.
have live music sometimes. I was like, what? Where am I?
Hmm.
And it was full of people. I mean, I know the Corona stuff,
Yeah. There you go.
but it was pretty like yeah, Oak Cliff is something else, man. I don't know. Maybe it's probably gonna change to Oak Cliff Heights.
Who
I don't know.
knows? Yeah.
It could change.
There's no telling what's going to happen up here. We got to check out the new White Rhino up in the Bishop Arts. We got to do that pretty soon. Go
Is
live
that
from
already
there.
open?
I think so. I'll have to check, but I think it is. If it's not, it's probably going to be very soon. Yeah,
That's a great idea. It's
yeah.
got it's actually like probably they got four or five, in that area, but
Hmm.
it's kind of it it's a large community, so I'm pretty sure they may all work.
Yeah,
I don't see why.
that's true.
Yeah.
We could probably learn something from them. How they've flipped one starting in Cedar Hill. I guess they went to Waxahachie, the Oaks Church, and now they're in Oak Cliff. So it's kind of a pretty cool business model.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the one in Cedar Hill. I think it's more driven to like college students.
Hmm.
So like college students, college life, like that's what keeps that one,
Yeah.
like of it, running. And then
Mm.
I think whoever's in charge of that, Cliff is a different like clientele.
Yeah.
And then also for the one in Waxahachie, it's it's a small town, but it's growing.
Hmm.
So it's like somebody knows about the marketing or how they're able to
Yeah,
work, and that's how they keep on growing like that.
definitely. Sweet. Well, I definitely want to keep doing these little fast video podcasts, and I'm really thankful that you're in my corner, encouraging me to make some videos and make some content for people to watch and for us to
I'm not in
help
your corner.
spread a message.
I'm in my own room. I'm not in your corner. I'm in my own room right now.
I understand. Yeah, but you're still in my corner somehow, some way,
All right, I got you. I'm in
in
the
the
corner
Spanish
of the
corner.
screen on the
Yeah,
phone.
that's true.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But so what's going on this week? Like I know it's midweek, but what is going to be the big projects or the big where you're going to be working on?
We have to write like 3 or 4 estimates, and so that's going to take some of our time the rest of the Thursday and Friday. And other than that, I'm going to be focused on my real estate sales for most of the rest of the week. And those 3 bids I got to write. I used to write these estimates up back in the day, and just reviving all those skills again. And it kind of feels like part of me is waking back up, and I'm really loving it. So that's what I got going on.
Are you going to be getting into $1 million deals, Danny?
I'm coming alive. $1 million
Million dollar
deals.
deals?
Hey, whatever comes my way is gonna come my way.
I'm pretty I'm pretty sure like when they do a whole block, it's for sure like at least half a million, right? Or a
No,
million if you do a whole block
two houses could be
homes or
half a million.
yeah.
Two of the right
So
homes can be half a million, or even one house could be half a million if you're in the right neighborhood. But generally speaking, 4 to 5 houses is worth well over half a million. Like in like a suburb
uh
neighborhood, all you need
yeah.
is like 4 of them. That it's like 600 grand plus. So there you go.
That's cool. So like so you say you start, you guys are in this neighborhood and then like it's like a trend that everyone in that neighborhood is trying to go in a certain direction uh that you guys can bring to fruition. Like you could definitely be in the few million dollar contracts, hopefully in the next few months. How about that?
I love it. I love that idea.
Okay,
I love that
okay,
concept, and I love where you're going with it.
okay. But bring the people coffee, Daniel. Bring the people coffee. Everyone don't like Topo Chico, man.
Uh,
Maybe on
I
Fridays you
don't know
do.
about that. Everybody's starting to love Topo Chico. Everybody,
You know why they like Topo
why?
Chico? Do you know why they like Topo Chico?
Because it's
Because it was
good.
made in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon.
Monterey,
Because it's
Nuevo
from my
Leon.
hometown.
Yeah. Have
Yes,
I ever told you that
Monterrey.
if I was born in Mexico, it would have been in Monterey? Did you know that?
Claro, claro que sí que hubiera sido Monterrey, Daniel. Claro, te entiendo.
And if I was born in New York State, I would have been born in probably Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay,
What else?
all
I
right.
wouldn't have been born in California. Yeah. You can have that.
Uh, okay. Well,
Any
good.
final
But
remarks from the Duncanville High School, Senor
um,
Alfredo?
well, I'm on my break right now, but I will say this. I think Dallas, Duncanville, we really have a lot of good kids. So if anybody, has kids here, we really have some of the really coolest kids here at Duncanville, Dallas.
Hmm.
Because we get a lot of kids from Dallas, but I know we hear sometimes bad stories here and there, but overall we have some really good kids, and I think these kids are really going to be changing the community, changing lives, changing careers. Like I definitely see this new wave of students. They're
Hmm.
like, I don't know, man. They're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna blow this place up, and it's gonna become the next like uptown or something. Because
Let's do this,
whoever
bro.
didn't do it, like say our
Hmm.
generation, yeah, I guess whatever generation didn't do it the last 15, 20 years,
Hmm.
these kids are on a different level. I know kids that are freshmen or sophomores talking about stocks, and they
Let's
own
go,
like one
bro.
or two. And I'm like,
Let's go.
how did you get one?
Yeah.
Or this kid said, yeah, well, my dad gave me some of the stocks
Hmm.
on this company dealing with the mailing service. and it went through, and I made 3,000. And like he showed me, I'm like, you don't got to show me,
Mhm.
man. Hold on, you know. Like, and I'm like, huh? Like, so we have a different generation. So Duncanville, you know, it's gonna blow up, man.
Let's go,
So
bro.
if y'all left Duncanville, y'all gonna come back. I'll just let y'all know.
Yeah,
So
maybe so. You might be right.
yeah.
All right, bro. Well, I appreciate your time. When you want to do it again?
Hey, but we have a channel coming up for the community, which is all community, all
Mm,
Dallas and surrounding cities, where we'll be posting diverse things on fitness, uh, real estate, hip hop culture, because it's pretty big and it's coming back. The Olympics
yeah.
are coming back. They're gonna have breakdancing in the Olympics.
Break
There's gonna be a
dancing
lot
in
of
the Olympics.
stories in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Hey, you could do the head spins, man. You
I have
should
to
try
put a
to
neck
qualify
brace
for that.
on to do that. Yeah.
Okay, but you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be coming with our channel soon. It's called Diverse
Hmm.
Communities Podcast,
There you go.
and we have people talking about owning a business and owning an 18
Mm-hmm.
wheeler, uh, and what it's like to do that. So we're gonna have a lot of things coming up, including your stories, my
Hmm.
stories, and fitness stories to help out the community more on a local level versus than following the people in Nebraska that we don't know.
Exactly. All right, bro. Well, until next time.
All right, hey, everyone, have a blessed day. Thank you if you did see us. Daniel, thank you for the platform. Thank you for your podcast. And you also see some of his podcasts on our diverse channel. So stay tuned.
That's it. Well, have a good day, bro. I appreciate your time.
Latest.
See you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.